So today I will be giving a demonstration on how my earthquake simulator program works. And essentially it is based on user input on fault lines over a set grid, and it utilizes those fault lines to determine where an earthquake is going to occur in the simulation. Great. So first we're asked to choose a fault line shape to generate. So we're going to start with a vertical line. So to put in a vertical line, you put in the corresponding number. So we can pick between a vertical line, horizontal line, a circle, or a point-to-point line, or we can set a simulation and skip inputting fault lines. But we're going to start with putting in a vertical line. So we're going to input 1. So they ask us, at what x location do we want to place this vertical line? So we are given the interval 0 to 19, so we can pick any one of those columns to create a vertical line. So for this example, we are going to pick 3. And because it starts at 0, this is line 0, so we do 1, 2, or 0, 1, 2, 3. So at line or x location 3, the line is printed. And how the fault map works is that originally it's all white zeros, and when we put in a fault line, those zeros are changed to ones that are printed in red, so we can easily see like where our fault line lies on the new fault map. Great. So we can generate another shape, and we're now going to generate a horizontal line, and we do that by inputting 2. And it asks us at which y location do we want to place a horizontal line, and the same thing as the previous fault line, we're asked between an interval of 0 and 19, but this time to place a horizontal line. So we are going to pick the y coordinates 10, and we can see here, so 0, the baseline is the bottommost row, so we're going to count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the 10th row, or the horizontal line with value 10, becomes a fault line. So you can see here, same as before, all the white zeros become red ones. So now that's a new fault line. So now we are going to generate a circle. So we're going to input 3 for circle, and this one's a little bit different, and it asks us at what XY location we want to place the circle. We have to put in 2 digits, and it draws a circle around those digits because they're the center points. So for this example, we're going to do X location 6 and Y location Y, and they're separated by a comma. And as we can see here, we have the X location 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the center point, and as you can see, the circle is drawn around it. And like before, the zeros become red ones, and it's a new fault line, and they should put a circle around the selected center points. And now finally, we're going to input a point-to-point line. So we're going to enter 4. Same as before, but a little bit different. We input the start point, because it's a point-to-point line, and we are going to put in an x for, or a 0 for x, and a 3 for y, and now we're asked for the endpoints. Same as before, we put in x and y values. We're going to do x value 19, y value 15, and we hit enter, and we can see a line is drawn from according to those values. So we see 0, this is 3, and it is drawn all the way to 1915. So we have our fault lines. So now I think we can begin our simulation. And so the simulation works is that if a point is on a fault line, during every loop of the iteration, every time the surface map is updated, the value can increase by an increment between 0 and 10. So every time it's going to increase by a value between 0 and 10, and it's different every time if it is on a fault line. If it's not on a fault line, the value can either increase by 5 or decrease by 5, but it can never go below 0. So at one point it might be 5, it might be 2, it might go up to 8, then back down to 6, it all depends. So we're going to input -1 to start our simulation. So as we can see, surface map prints in green, but it slowly begins to change color and the numbers continuously update based off of whether or not they were fault lines. So now we can see, if a number is a low pressure point, which means the value is between 0 and 49, it prints in green. If it is a medium pressure point, which is between 50 and 99, it prints in yellow. And as we can see, if it is a high pressure point, which meaning it's a value of 100 or higher, it prints in red. And as you can see, it continuously updates, the fault lines get higher and higher until eventually If we reach a pressure point of 200, an earthquake occurs, and that point is this one right here, highlighted by the surface map. As you can see, everything printed and updated accordingly, and we have an earthquake occurred with the simulation. I hope this video helps understand how this code works.